Welcome back to another video, my beloved baby boo bears. Today I'll be showing and giving an in-depth tutorial on how you can solo the dreaded boss rush with styles that are currently obtainable. I will give you two methods, one being more efficient but harder and more skill demanding, and one that takes longer but is easy enough that even people with an IQ on par with Darhood players can do it. The most efficient method to solo boss rush is using the Marget style. You can get this style from the bazaar shop for 5 tokens. If you need a method to grind levels for tokens quickly, check out my recent video, which should be in the top right. Now allow me to explain how to do it. Put on the build you see on your screen. You can customize the relic and implants, but the Smite relic is goated for boss rush and is freely available to everyone through the use of its code. Now Marget in base kinda sucks for boss rush, since only 2 of its moves hit bosses. But Marget's mode is incredible for boss rush, since it heals you, has only a 20-second cooldown, and gives you access to high damage moves that also include mobility built into them. You'll want to have the mode on almost the entire time, and you'll want to run away when it's on cooldown. You can take care of all the bosses till wave 10 fairly simply by just spamming the moves and running backwards. Now there are only a handful of bosses that are a bit tricky to deal with, but worry not. He'll tell you exactly how to deal with all of them. Kiryu is quite easy in my opinion, but I've been told he can catch people with his speed, which is why you had to equip the extreme speed imagination skill, use it to build distance when needed. Other than that, you can continue to run backward, use dagger combo and blade dance when he gets too close, and use the sword rain as setup for more damage when he's far away. If you find yourself in a bit of a pickle, then focus on running and don't attack till you're at a safe enough distance. Now for Predator and Jason, these two are, in my opinion, the most dangerous ones to fight. However, they fight almost identically the same. So what you'll do for both Jason and Predator as soon as they spawn is head to the corner of the map and hold block, even if you feel they are getting too close. I've tested it, and they will use their grabs 100% of the time before they reach you. And after counting down and going through clips, I've calculated that both Jason and Predator use their grabs every 30 seconds. You can use the cooldown of a move to time when they will grab you. And for Jason, you should use extreme speed as soon as he turns to mist. This will remove his targeting of you and you can attack him freely. However, his grab will still engage, so continue to block whenever he goes invisible. As for Predator, his grabs cannot really be blocked conventionally. Save the Marget sword drop move for the iframes. Use it right before the 30 seconds is up. It will prevent any damage from the Predator's grab to hit you. In a pickle, you can also use the mode itself, as his grab can't hit you when you're transforming. Finally, for Armstrong, Armstrong is difficult because of how tanky he is and his final form. But to defeat him, you follow the same strategy as Jason and Predator, only a little bit corrected. For his first form, you can just run back and move to the side when he dashes. His dash hitbox is weird and easy to dodge. In his second and third form, you want to keep more distance and rely on range only. And if you are too close to him and he's using his pillars or AoE explosion, use the sword rain or use extreme speed to get away. Take it slow with Senator and you should be fine. Now for the second way to solo boss rush, this method is not as fast or efficient as Marget, but it makes up for it if you're a lazy cunt like me, since you can basically auto-click for the first 10 rounds and only need to watch out for 3 bosses. Here's what you will need to do it. You need the Baki New Me, also known as the Paw Fruit. You can get it from relic spawns, buying it from Nico Arc near Cosmo in City 2 Ours, or gambling your mother's life savings in the store for a chance of it? After you have it, copy this exact build and change nothing. Trust me, this build is magnificent. Now here is what you will do for basically the entire time. You will come to this corner in the desert map and aim your mouse in this direction here first. Then you'll use Ursa's Shock once. If and only if the boss is knocked back to the second spot, you will move to a secondary spot to continue hitting it. On certain bosses like Yasha Ape, they will remain where they are most times, which means you don't have to move. Now, only 3 bosses that spawn will lock onto you if you remain in far enough range. The bosses are Jason, Predator, and Kiryu. For every single other boss, you will use Ursus once in the corner, and if the boss is knocked back, you will swap to the second point and use Ursus twice. Ensure after you use Ursus the 3rd time that you run back immediately to the first corner. Now to deal with Jason and Armstrong especially, you must use Ursus to finish them off. Here is the order of attack you must do on each of them. For Jason, Smite first. Then wait for him to turn into mist and use extreme speed to run the opposite direction and hold block, then return to a safe enough distance and use Ursa's Shock. Wait for the mist, then block again. Use Ursus, block the mist once more, and finish him with one more Ursus Shock. He won't revive if you do it in this order, and make sure you return to the corner immediately after. And for the most difficult boss for this method, Predator. You will understand why I made you put on a pure durability build for this. Since none of Paw's moves have iframes, you'll need to do this the pickle way, and by that I mean you'll just need to eat the damage like it was a quick snack. Use Pulse to heal and ensure you don't get caught in M1s, and you should be fine. As for the order of attack, it doesn't really matter for Predator since he doesn't revive or rage, but you should always be using Smite first since it's based on total health percentage. To recap, for Jason fights, block as he spawns, then use extreme speed when his mist is on. For Marget against Predator, use Sword Rain when he's about to grab you. For Armstrong and Kiryu, keep distance. You've got this, everyone, even if you mess up once or twice. Soon you'll be boss rush dominating experts. Goodbye and I love you.